Welcome everybody back to the Athlete Inquirer. My name is Justin Kish. Thank you so much for checking out today's video. Today guys, the Royal Rumble, the 2016 edition of the Royal Rumble is officially in the books to kick off a new year of pay-per-views, and what better way to kick it off than the Royal Rumble, an event which I love right next to WrestleMania, and probably I'm more excited to see the Royal Rumble every single year. This year, the Royal Rumble has had its flaws. The entire event was fantastic. The match itself, it had its ups and downs, a lot of downs in my book, but regardless of the fact, there was a lot of great surprises in this year's Royal Rumble, including the debut of AJ Styles. AJ Styles coming into the WWE, signing a contract 2 weeks ago, I want to say. And he immediately made a big impact. He finished off all of his Indy dates. He is now an actual member of the WWE. He is now a main roster ready. He is ready to go. There is yet to be word on Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Are they going down to NXT? I've always felt that maybe Gallows and Carl Anderson can make a run to the Rumble, but we saw other great additions. Like Sami Zayn came out. Who else was a special introduction to this year's Rumble? I was happy to see Neville was in there. We all saw Goldust make a return. So there was a lot of great additions to this year's Royal Rumble. But Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, we have not really heard much from them. But it was all about the the debut of AJ Styles. Now, when you look at it, AJ Styles entered in at number 3. Kicking off the Rumble, it was Roman Reigns and none other than the guy who we eliminated just last year in Rusev. Then it came AJ Styles. I'm like, that's kind of funky. I think if you're gonna make that big of an impact, I would think you wouldn't want to put AJ Styles in at number 2. But regardless of the fact, AJ Styles comes in at number 3. And he really did not make much of an impact. As much as it aids for me to say it, there were times where AJ Styles tried to, hit the Styles Clash, not once, not twice, but 3 times. None of them were successful. He was, being thrown around the ring. I mean, this is your WWE debut. The entrance was on top. It was fantastic. I was, basically jumping up and down in my apartment complex, and I can tell, people from downstairs were not happy with me because I was kind of loud. Because professional wrestling is awesome. I love it. It's a childhood thing that will never go away. And when you see a big superstar that you've watched for years and years and years, and you make it to the big stage at the WWE in a match where you can potentially win become a world champion, and a lot of people were hyping up around it, but we all knew that was not going to happen. But regardless of the fact, that's going to be huge. You're going to be at the edge of your seat. And AJ Styles, making his WWE, his long-awaited, legitimate run in the WWE, which is happening now, you would understand as to why everybody was jumping up in excitement. Facebook, Twitter was all blowing up with AJ Styles. But, it was a very lackluster performance, to say the least. I was very, kind of, upset with the way, he came in. I'm not, blaming AJ Styles. We could blame AJ Styles. Maybe we couldn't. We'll just, as time goes on, if you look into the entire match, he has had some great, strides. He was eventually eliminated by Kevin Owens, probably my favorite wrestler, of all time, next to Raven and Jeff Hardy. We also go in and go down into it. This is something that, the WWE really does need. AJ Styles' presence in the WWE is much needed. You need to start building up the WrestleMania card. Yes, Triple H is now the new world champion at the end of the day at the Royal Rumble, but, AJ Styles' presence in the WWE could work down the line in a fantastic way. They opened up immediately with the potential, storyline between Kevin Owens and AJ Styles. Maybe Kevin Owens and AJ Styles could be, possibly be a storyline going into tomorrow night on Raw. When you can also look at it, a lot of people are also thinking that, Sami Zayn returning to the Rumble is a sign that he's going up to the main roster, after his opportunity at the at the NXT Championship. I want to say it was next week on NXT. That could be a possibility that could another be a possibility there too. So there's a lot of things going on, and a lot of storylines to be made right after the Royal Rumble going into WWE Raw tomorrow night. Is it going to be AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens? I know Kevin Owens has been having this rivalry with Dean Ambrose. I think that's going to officially be cut off now. I think Dean Ambrose is going to go after somebody else. We'll just have to wait and see. Maybe the rivalry with Dean Ambrose is not officially over, but time will only tell. We'll just have to wait and see tomorrow night on Raw. But overall, I'm excited excited that AJ Styles is here in the WWE. I wish his, performance in the Rumble was a little bit better. He was just, dominated, for the majority of the match, or he was just been very quiet in the ring, having, some strides every now and then. But, it really just did not really, fully escalate into a promising and, a rewatch kind of performance there. So, if you want to go back and watch it, the Royal Rumble event as a whole was awesome. I was very much into the event. I loved the last man standing match between Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens. That's a match you really want to go and watch. The Royal Rumble has had a lot of surprises, like I said. Overall, the event was very fantastic. We'll have a full event breakdown coming no later than Tuesday. I know it's going to be a couple of days out, but when you have a schedule and you work a lot and you go to school, you got to make time to officially make order, and you have to eventually, have to go with the times and run with the times. But at the end of the day, guys, you guys will get your Royal Rumble 2016 review. My name is Justin Kish for the Athlete Inquirer. Make sure you guys check out our Facebook page as well as our upcoming Twitter page. That's going to be on the rise. We got a couple of things going on our Twitter page. We're going to be doing some giveaways. We're going to be doing shout outs to you guys. We got a couple of athletes following us, which is fantastic to have. But we need you, the fans, to follow us on Twitter. Twitter.com/Athlete Inquirer. You guys will find the link down below in the description box, as well as links to our Facebook page. We have a bunch of sports pages coming out on Facebook. We got the Facebook page already out. We have the actual page itself out, Athlete Inquirer. You can also go on Facebook at facebook.com/Athlete Inquirer Network. You can find that right there, our official page. You can catch up with all of our latest posts that we post on the website and just about anything else. So my name is Justin Kish for the Athlete Inquirer, and I'll catch you guys in our